So Sydney Sweeney has partnered with Dr. Squatch to sell her bathwater infused with their soap. So Dr. Squatch is obviously a men's soap product, so you should be able to tell right off the bat that this brand collaboration is clearly directed towards a male audience. Now the strategy of this brand collaboration is to take a female public figure and take advantage of the fact that they know that she has simps in order to sell more of their product and boost their brand awareness. Now imagine being in the meeting with the board of directors and you're probably one of the dudes who's working in marketing and you think of a way which you can sell more of your soap products. And you speak to the CEO, you speak to all the investors and you tell them, I promise you guys, we're going to boost our sales by 30% if we sell Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. Like the dude who thought about this either got a massive promotion or he just looked like a gooner perv. Because what logical person actually pitches this as a branding and marketing idea? But hey man, whoever pitched this idea clearly knew that there was a market or there was a demand for Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. Another thing which I found absolutely sad is that they have a giveaway of 100 bars of soap. All you have to do is follow Dr. Squatch, like their Sydney Sweeney post and leave a comment. And the best part is there's 26,000 comments. Now let me just show you guys 3 of these comments. And before I do that, may I just comment on the fact that you may have not left a like on this video, so please leave a like on this video. You can subscribe to the boy for more videos just like this. But yeah, I really need that like for the algorithm. But anyway, let's get into these comments. Look at this. Eating soap used to be a punishment, how the tables have turned. And that was followed up by, I'm gonna eat it. Then we have this dude talking about passing down the soap as some sort of family heirloom, and that had 46 likes. This is what people are thinking, bruh. So these are the comments on Dr. Squatch's post about the soap giveaway, but let's look at Sydney Sweeney's post about her brand collaboration. And these top 3 comments give me some sort of faith in humanity. We need to look ourselves in the mirror. Every day we stray further from God. Imagine being down bad enough to buy this. Bro, imagine being down bad enough to buy this. And I know I said I was gonna read 3 comments and I read a few, and that was a life lesson to you guys. Don't trust no strangers on the internet. Another thing which I found interesting is that when you're looking at Dr. Squatch's page, they have 1 million followers, and honestly speaking, it makes no sense to follow a company or a brand on Instagram. Like imagine following Instagram on Instagram. If I ever needed any indication that you were a bot, the fact that you follow Instagram on Instagram tells me that you're a bot. And I don't understand how there are sentient human beings who follow Amazon on Instagram. Like what do you gain from following Amazon? Now back to me bringing up the fact that they have 1 million followers on Instagram. What I noticed is that the Sydney Sweeney post got over 50,000 likes in comparison to their regular amount of likes, which is about 1,000 to 3,000 likes. So you can see that this was a marketing gimmick, this was a marketing push, and it worked. 50,000 likes and over 26,000 comments. Whoever came up with this idea is clearly working as expected. And they have other brand collaborations with people like Mike Tyson, but they didn't get as much motion as this Sydney Sweeney brand collaboration. Now this is not the first time this has been done, which clearly indicates that there is a simp market which companies are becoming more and more aware of. Like remember Belle Delphine, the e-girl who sold her bathwater? And then there were all those stories that, you know, people were getting herpes off her bathwater. I don't know how true this is. I didn't know that herpes could spread through bathwater. But Belle Delphine literally sold her bathwater and people bought it. In more recent times, Amaranth was selling her vaginal yeast within a beer. And I really wish I could hop into the minds of these simps, because when you're buying Amaranth's vaginal yeast beer, are you thinking that the beer is going to taste like vaginal yeast? Because I guarantee you the amount of content of her vaginal yeast in relation to the ingredients which are used to brew the beer will be so insignificant that when you drink that beer, you're going to realize that you're just drinking regular beer. And this reminds me of those weed energy drinks. Remember when people were putting, I don't know if companies are still doing it, they're probably still doing it, but they would have weed energy drinks and people would buy this thinking, oh wow, look at me, I'm such a stoner, I buy and drink weed energy drinks. But then I've bought those energy drinks before. Once you drink that thing, it doesn't taste like weed or anything. It just tastes like a regular energy drink. It tastes like a Red Bull and Monster ripoff. At least with Belle Delphine's bathwater, and I'm going to give credit to the simps over here, at least when you buy her bathwater, you're actually getting 100% of her bathwater content. You're tasting what little remnants there are of her pinky toe and her nipple and her you know, nether regions. Some people would drink drink it. Some people would just, wash it all over their faces. Some people would cook with it and put it in their wines and their beers and whatever type of stuff. At least you could be weird and creative with that bathwater. Granted, it makes sense to me, even though I would never do this personally. But when you are buying Sydney Sweeney's bathwater, bath soap, whatever, right? All you're doing is buying soap. I guarantee you, once you buy this soap and you lather it all over your body, it's just going to feel like soap, bro. You're just buying soap. And they told you that Sydney Sweeney's bathwater was infused in the soap. What percentage of the soap is her bathwater and what percentage is the ingredients to the actual soap? I don't even know. It could be 1% Sydney Sweeney and 99% soap. So you're just buying, like, the fact that you can actually sell products on the basis of just telling people that Sydney Sweeney's bathwater is in the soap, bruh, I don't know what to say. There is a simp market that clearly exists and companies are taking advantage of this. And I wouldn't be surprised if whoever the marketing agent or whoever works in marketing at Dr. Squatch looked at these events of Val Delphine and Amaranth, and whoever is selling whatever weird product, I believe there was an OnlyFans star who was selling her farts. They looked at all of these events and they were like, yep, there's a market for this. We can sell this. We can boost sales. And he probably pitched this to the board of directors and they were like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. This dude's probably going to get a massive promotion if these products sell off the shelves. And honestly speaking, it is sad to see that there is such a massive simp market, but hey man, this is life. There will be these types of people who exist. Personally, I feel like we should eradicate them. So with all the events which I previously brought up, we can clearly see that there is a market for sexualized or objectified female products. There are grown men buying vaginal yeast beer, Sydney Sweeney bath soap, at least they are buying soap. Some are just buying jars of, an OnlyFans model's farts, and others were buying straight bath water from Belle Delphine. So we have to accept that there are simps who exist who unironically buy this. I would not be surprised if, YouTubers are buying this and they're giving it reviews, because there will be a lot of publicity around the release of this bathing product. But to the simps who unironically buy this and then they just put it on their shelf to be like, oh my god, look at me, I got Sydney Sweeney's bath soap just sitting on my shelf, oh my gosh. And they'll probably buy 2 bars, one to bath with and then one to just keep and just say, look at me, I got the bath soap, guys, look at me. Because any logical human being would not buy this product. But the question which I have to pose to these companies and to you as a viewer is, where does this end? Where do these objectified products end? Because I guarantee you, if Amaranth gets pregnant, she will sell her milk, her breast milk infused in some sort of milk product. I can guarantee that will happen. Where does it end? Will Pokimane sell her urine? Because I know there will be people who will buy Pokimane's urine. Is she going to sell her underwear? Because I know people will buy her underwear. Where does it end? Are we gonna start selling Sydney Sweeney used tampons? Because like I said, there will be someone who will buy that. The closest thing which I've seen to men doing this in my recent memory is people selling Playboy Cardi's lollipop from the gas station in the 2024 music video. But that's the closest thing I've seen where a man has somewhat been objectified and now they're like, oh wow guys, look, here's Playboy Cardi's lollipop from the music video, you can buy it for an outrageous amount of money. But to the viewer, where will it end? Hopefully if this thing flops, we'll never see another marketing moment happening quite like this. Now obviously there is no point to me telling you guys not to buy it because you probably won't, but someone out there will. And companies know this and they understand that there is a simp market. If this product sells out, if Sydney Sweeney's bathwater sells like hotcakes, I guarantee you more companies are going to start doing more publicity stunts just like this. If it doesn't sell well, and which I'm hoping will happen, but I know it won't happen, if it completely flops, we never have to see these outrageous moments ever again. But I guarantee you guys, it will not flop. But to the simps out there who are planning to buy this, I hope you guys feel comfortable and you're happy to know that you're part of a marketing experiment. And if it goes well, congratulations, you made $1 million company another $1 million. And once this company makes its easy M off profiting off your simping and your male loneliness, other companies are going to do this. And other influencers are going to do this. Like I said previously, if Amaranth gets pregnant, best believe she's gonna sell that breast milk. And to the simps, bro, stop making these companies and these OnlyFans models so much money. If you have that extra money, just put it into prostitution, bro. I know I shouldn't be advocating for this, but if you're so down bad that the idea of 1% of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater being infused in a soap makes you buy that product, you might as well direct that money into a hooker, because at least you know with a hooker you're going to get your good time, your good 30 minutes. Well, I don't know how long y'all lost. You get a good 5 minutes, you get your money's worth, you get what you pay for, and you get to know that you gave a lady in need some money. You're helping someone out at least. But when you guys just throw your money away like this, the only people who win are the companies. The company wins because it gets so much publicity and it gets so much profit off this whole stunt. Sydney Sweeney wins because she's getting paid, and you guys lose because you're just buying soap that I guarantee is indistinguishable from everyone else's soap. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, it helps with the algorithm, and subscribe for more videos just like this. Peace.